guys, today we're reacting to Strum Brew. Who shout out to him and this is my first reaction video, so let's get into it. So the first video.
So I've noticed a lot of people saying I look pretty similar to this other YouTuber, like Tracy, but frankly, I don't see it at all. Like, if you put our avatars side by side, there's not much similarities. Okay, sure, we have the same hair color, and coincidentally, both our avatars have our right eye covered by some bandages. But our content is still pretty different, right? Because for her channel, she goes over odd mechanics in Roblox and covers cool games. But my content actually revolves around looking into odd mechanics in Roblox and covering cool games. Okay, but at least our names are completely different, right? Because the first part of her name is short for electricity, while the first part of my name is a misspelling for storm, which involves electricity. Am I a doppelganger? So you remember those weird blocky avatars Roblox released? Well, it somehow got worse, because Roblox just created this avatar. Now, it's likely meant to look like this person, Manuel Bronstein, but I'ma be real, they did my boy Manuel so dirty. What I don't get is why Mr. Roblox gets a super realistic avatar of himself, but when it's Manuel's turn, he just gets this? Injustice. And it gets worse when you look at it more closely, because you might have noticed there's just something really off about how it looks. And I wouldn't be surprised if Roblox just forced a robot to make it. But the dumbest part about all of this is that Roblox could have avoided all this and made everyone happy by being lazy. Hear me out. What Roblox could have done is just take 10 minutes, grab the avatar model, find the right hair, slap on some clothes, and boom, Manual. You remember those weird blocky avatars?
Sorry guys for the crunching sounds. I'm eating popcorn, so this okay, this one. Wait, what?
You guys remember that prison game with the coming soon sign people thought would never come out? Well, it's actually out. When you join the game and pick the guard side, if you walk to the armory, you'll notice the glass is broken, and the long-awaited sniper is finally equipable along with a new revolver and light vest. Obviously, you can find the weapons inside the armory, but it's also available in another location. By escaping the prison and going to the warehouse, you can find it there too. Now, contrary to belief, you can't actually one-shot anyone with the sniper, doing only 75 damage even if you aim for the head. But while a lot of people really don't like this, I don't think giving it more damage is a good idea. It already does a lot of damage while having a scope, so if they just let you one-tap anyone from any range, the game would probably become unplayable, if only you didn't have to pay for it. You guys remember that prison game with the coming soon sign people thought would never come out? You know how you can buy access to Roblox games with real money? Well, I was just looking through Roblox Studio until I noticed something strange. This new section called Shop New.
Yeah, like, it's messed up because there's like some like there's some things in free options, while there's very good things in shopping. Like, we are most of the population of Roblox are kids, and why are we paying for this to literally like get free model? It's like models. You get like $3 for one medieval texture group thingies, and then you just get some. You can't even equip it in your starter pack. Like, it's just some things in a literal base plate. Like, what?
We can buy models for real money, and a lot of them are a bit odd, like this axe. Now, you might not see anything unusual about it, except you gotta pay $3, while instead you could just find a cool looking gear, copy the ID, put into a plugin, and now you have a cool axe for free. But it somehow gets more stupid with this statue. You could say it looks kinda neat, maybe you're even willing to pay for it. That is, if you have $50 lying around, but at the very least you get something out of it, because some person person is selling a script, not a model, for another 50 bucks. Who is paying for these? You know how you can buy access to Roblox games with normally when you walk into a truss, you'll climb up it. But if you space them apart like this, you can still climb it, even though you're hanging in midair. But they also act differently depending on how poor you are. Because by using the setup made by Zolarix, when you jump off from this truss, you'll land on this green line every single time. But if you go to your settings and change your FPS to 240, you'll land on the red line. And if you're an R15, the pink line. So the only way to make this jump is if your PC isn't a potato, unless you have a brain. Normally when you walk into a truss, you'll climb up it. But whenever you inspect your avatar, normally your arms are on the side and your legs are on the ground. But what if you just got, confused and accidentally swapped them? Well, it actually looks pretty normal until you start to walk around. Because even though you're now walking on your hands, they still keep the same animation. So now anything you do looks incredibly cursed. But what if I told you this actually has a use? Because if you're dueling someone with swords, normally this is how far your sword's range is. But if you swap the arms and legs, for some reason your sword's range actually extends. I kinda regret making this. Okay, has anyone ever actually used a Roblox gift card? Because I'm pretty sure it's basically useless. Now, I can already hear a lot of people claiming it's super useful, since you can get Robux with it. But I want you to really think about it, because for a lot of kids who actually play Roblox, most likely they can just beg their parents to use their credit card, instead of being forced to go outside. Okay, but what if you can't beg your parents for Robux? Well, back then, gift cards would have actually been pretty useful, since you could do some chores and use your money to buy a gift card. But today, things are much different, because one, we got games like Please Donate that allow any free-to-play user to get some Robux, which can be more than enough for a lot of people. And then for players who aren't kids, they can just pay for it themselves because they have jobs. Okay, has anyone ever actually used a Roblox gift? Working in Roblox is super easy, but what if you want to walk forever while AFK? Well, you could just open up your menu, go to settings, and next to movement mode, enable click to move. This will allow you to right-click the place where you want to go, and you'll automatically start walking to it. Now on paper, this seems to be perfect. Just right-click a super far place, and you can just go do something else. But while this is great for short distances, its range isn't infinite, so if you had to go somewhere far, you'll eventually stop walking. Now the second method is a little less conventional, because all you really need to do is have your W key held down. So you could just find a heavy object and put it on your keyboard. Now this can work, but it's super clunky, since there's a much more easier method, because by simply walking and pressing the slash key to open up your chat, you will go on forever. Walking in Roblox is super easy, but what if you want to walk forever while AFK? What does this pretty princess scepter even do? Well, clicking on someone shoots homing sparkles that turns the target into a princess. It doesn't deal damage nor any other special abilities, cause its intended use, I kid you not, is to rage bait people. Its description states it. It isn't that great. You can still die from pretty princesses, but it does have one use. You see, the princess model it uses was never actually released. Even searching for it comes up with nothing, so your only way to get it is to become a princess. What does this pretty princess scepter even do? Well, clicking on I just discovered the rarest Bloxy Cola in Roblox. Bro thinks he's Camman 18, but it only costs 50 Robux to buy, and there can be an infinite amount of them, so it's not rare at all, right? Or so I thought. You see, in 2019, Roblox held their annual Roblox Developer Conference, which wasn't really that important, but what was their goodie bags everyone got, cause among the items they gave out included a real-life Bloxy Cola from Roblox. But you can't get them anymore since they stopped giving them out, and now they're so rare you have to pay over $600 for a drink that probably expired 5 years ago. I just discovered the rarest Bloxy Cola in Roblox. By going to your settings and enabling shift lock, when you walk up right next to a wall, you can just see whatever's behind it. And because this feature is given to all players, it's literally wall hacks you can't get banned for. It's also useful in obby games, because the typical length of your Roblox avatar is more wide compared to its width. So by jumping sideways, you're able to make jumps more easily. It's required in order to perform glitches that range from clipping through solid walls to climbing up them to pairing air molecules, and when you hit either side arrow keys while in shift lock, you can spin like a helicopter. By going to your settings and enabling shift lock when you walk, nowadays we have games like Roll Garden and this.
Why are kids playing that? Like, why? They're trying to get supreme combination, even though they, even though, even though we've been sitting in that chair for like 2 weeks for now. What? Why are they like there?
As the two biggest rivals on Roblox. But if you've been on Roblox for a while, you might remember something similar way back then, and that's Jailbreak vs Mad City. Now, for a little history, back then around 2018, Jailbreak was the game everyone was playing and making content about, and it easily outcompeted some of the other similar games, like Redwood Prison and Prison Life. Now, its main gameplay was just escaping prison so that you could rob banks in order to grind enough money to buy the really cool cars. And with how huge the game was, everyone thought nothing could ever top it. But when Mad City was released, people were quick to point out that Jailbreak now has some serious competition, because Mad City was both a newer game with new features, and its gameplay was so similar that it felt like Mad City copied Jailbreak's homework. Nowadays, we have games like Roll Garden, and this weird rabbit game knows Roblox better than Roblox itself. Now for context, I was looking through some games until I found this odd thing. What the heck is that? Now this weird creature is meant to be from that one TV show about rabbits invading the world, but somehow the game understands Roblox's style and history better than what Roblox could ever do. First of all, the game actually has gameplay, unlike Roblox's official games, which are basically just hubs to join other games. Then there's the Robloxian team. There's 4 characters you can choose, but something cool about it is that they designed it in R6. Contrast that to Roblox, who might honestly hate the R6 design, since they seem to be obsessed over promoting
R6 is like the best. It's like the best because it's like old, like oldest school. Yeah.
their Arthur avatars. And then there's the weird rabbit creatures, because while Roblox might have no idea what a bacon hair is anymore, the rabbits have a costume designed after it. This weird rabbit game knows Roblox. You guys remember that game Roblox High School? Well, I was gonna do this whole bit around
Laughability played that. Yeah, I know it, but I never played.
that mysterious broken door found in the game that you can't actually walk through. But by using this cloak gear, you're able to clip inside, revealing a pipe. And by jumping on it, it teleports you to the secret music shop. That is, until I met this person. You see, the moment I joined, he approached me, and after a few friendly body gestures, we kinda just became friends. We went skateboarding, we went to class together, he can turn into a boulder, then he just ditched class to go to the club, cause priorities I guess. But sadly my time was running short and I had to leave the game soon. So while me and my good friend were eating lunch, I decided to make the most stylish exit, by dying right in front of it. You guys remember that game Roblox High School? Well, I was gonna do this whole bit around that mysterious broken... Whenever you have a sit tool, by jumping up against the wall and using it, you'll flop onto the ground. But by re-equipping it, you'll do a backflip. And as long as you don't land upright, you can do this forever. You know those 3D faces Roblox is forcing everyone to use? Well, we could have had something way more better. One of the biggest critiques about Roblox's dynamic faces is that it just looks wrong compared to Roblox's original style. So unless you're intentionally using it because of how weird it looks, most players just use the classic version. But what if I told you there was another path Roblox could have taken that people would have actually liked? And it's from this video made by this guy who I'm not gonna pronounce. He basically created a detector that translates your facial emotions to Roblox, except instead of it just being some creepy 3D mouth, it actually uses 2D faces to mimic your emotion, from how happy you look, to your mouth opening and closing, to your individual eyes blinking. I think if we had this instead, it would have been way more cool because it still fits Roblox's style. You know those 3D faces Roblox is forcing everyone to use?
So shout out to Starbrew. See you in the next video, and I might make other reaction videos. So bye guys.